there. So today, this morning, I was at my gym again, climbing, and I had another business epiphany, as I do when I'm climbing. And in this case, I was on a route that I've tried before, and there's a part I just have not. I don't have the strength or skill to get over yet. And I keep trying, and I keep failing. But I keep trying. But it was late in the day. Or late in the morning of climbing. It was one of my later climbs, so I was tired anyway. And but another friend who climbs with us, she was belaying me, and I was like, okay, I'm ready to come down. And she's like, are you sure you don't want to give it one more try? And I was like, and then she's like, well, what about if you just jump on the route next to it and go around this hard part and then keep going? And what I realized was that's often something I do if I need to. If I get stuck, I figure out a way around it and figure, okay, well, then at least I know what the rest of the climb is like. And then I know I just need to work on this one piece. I need to figure out what it is. But I had kind of gotten so stuck mentally on this one problem that it didn't even occur to me to try to work around it. And so I needed that just outside, perspective of someone who could see what I couldn't see at the moment and be like, hey, I fully support you if you want to come down and try it again later, but have you considered this as an option? And I was like, oh, well, let me try that. And to be honest, that was a route that was pretty easy, like if I had just climbed it, but because I had spent so much energy trying to conquer this problem, that even going that route was a little bit harder than it should have been, because I spent too much time on this big problem that I didn't really have as much energy for the workaround. But I did it, and I finished, and I'm glad that I did. And I was thinking how appreciative I was to have that person who could see something that I didn't, and who could just offer me some suggestions, not pressuring, just like, hey, have you thought about this? Maybe it'll work. And that is so important in business, especially if you're starting your own business. It can feel very isolating if you don't have a network of people who know what you've been going through and can see things maybe from a perspective that you can't, because we all get blinders. We all get laser focused on something and can forget what's going on around us. So I strongly encourage that if you are involved in your own business or thinking about starting your own business, that you start sharing that with some people that you trust, because sometimes you just need someone to bounce an idea off of, or, can let people know that you're struggling with something, and they might have a perspective that is the thing that's like, oh, of course I can do that. And maybe it's something that just completely eliminates the problem, or maybe it's like, okay, I can get around it and I can keep working, I can keep moving, but I'm going to have to come back and address this. It's not the solution, but it keeps me from being stuck. And so that was just my thought for today, that we all benefit from sharing our experiences, and everybody's got a unique perspective, and you never know what perspective that someone has is going to be the thing that finally makes sense to you. So there's a bigger message in that I'll get into later. But in the meantime, enjoy your weekend.